Well, get ready for some singing and dancing as the annual music celebration Fete De La Musique will be going live for the first time since the pandemic. The event celebrates French-Filipino cross-cultural exchange and will showcase some of the country's best and most diverse acts in the local music scene. Now, they will have a series of shows across the country, including Metro Manila, Palawan, Baguio, Cebu, and Siargao as well. And to tell us more about this year's edition, we now speak to Giselle Tomimbang of B-Side Productions, which is a co-producer of Fete De La Musique. Good morning, Giselle. Thank you for joining us. After 2 years of hosting online editions, Giselle, well, here we are all ready to go again. Tara Ale, I think, is very fitting as the theme is this year, I think. How are preparations going?
The preparations are going really well. We are always so surprised at how many people really want to join the cause, join the movement. Like you mentioned, we have stages in Palawan, in Cebu, and in Siargao because we really wanted to be able to represent at least one destination per major island. But just in the last few days, we've gotten interest even from places like Pampanga and Baler. Even our pocket stages are growing. Everyone is just really excited to rediscover the joys of celebrating in person once again.
I know, it is something to definitely celebrate. Fete de la Musique started in the streets of Paris back in 1982. It's now celebrated in over 700 cities, over 130 countries, I believe. What can we expect from this year's celebration here in the Philippines, Giselle? Like you said, we've got stages all over the country and we seem to be adding more and more. There's a lot of interest to expand this even more. But the main stage on June 25th, rather, is going to be in Intramuros. What's the significance of that one?
Intramuros has always been a very historical site and really rich with heritage. And this is where we've had our City of Manila main stage for the past few years. So it's nice to return to that and to be able to give back to the community that's really given us so much joy and life. And I think something that makes it really different this year is how we've pushed the idea of collaboration even further. So we've always usually invited at least one French artist flying in from France, but this year we have not one but three artists, and we're really co-creating together some new creations. So we have Tara Ale, the anthem, which will be launching this weekend. It'll have participation of artists from around the country and around in France, and also we'll have new co-creations of these French artists who will be going to the island. So there will be collaborations not just in Manila but also in Palawan, and some new stuff. Really exciting to be
We've
seen, yeah.
got tons of artists and acts joining in. I don't know how we can possibly go through the whole list. Who are some of the headliners here?
Impossible. Definitely, we're very excited to have Itchy Worms, who's been part of the Fete family since its early days back in the early 2000s. We have newer bands like Otto Telek. We have, of course, Brass Pass 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 Pass, which serves as the rhythm section of our cross-cultural collaboration. We've mentioned the three French artists who are coming. And we have, maybe just to give a little bit, just to tell you a little bit about them. One is a singer, songwriter, composer, Mark Fischel. One is a DJ and video mapping artist, Blutch. And the other is Maxim Kozik, who is a dancer and choreographer.
Look at that. Okay, and I think this really does sort of mirror how an event like this is really going to sort of open up the Philippines, or announce to the world that we're here. Our tourism industry is ready to welcome visitors, just the same way we're welcoming so many more French acts to help us celebrate Fete de la Musique. How will this help the country's tourism industry, which of course was one of the sectors greatly affected by the pandemic?
Yeah, I'm glad you bring that up. We're so grateful to be co-organizing this year once again with the Department of Tourism. Last year, because we were celebrating virtually, it really also gave us the chance to celebrate and honor the rich diversity of our islands, and we're pushing that a step even further. Usually, our French artists would just be celebrating in Manila, but this year we're actually flying them. They'll be flying to our different islands to really create new experiences with our Filipino artists. And so we just want to show that we are number one, remind our local our Filipinos that local tourism is alive and and kicking. You know, it's still safe. And also to our friends all over the world, we're open, we're happy, and we've always been so welcoming to our guests and foreign friends, and we're just really excited to be able to commune and come together once again for music, art, and culture, and love and life.
Well, there you go. I think you captured it there. It really is such a perfect showcase of our culture, of our desire to celebrate and commune with the rest of the world. For more information on the events, do visit their social media sites, which we are flashing on your screen, I believe. We want to say thank you so much to Giselle Tomimbang for joining us right here on New Day. Thank you so much.